That's why I make pottery, is because I really enjoy the fact that people every day they wake up with my coffee mugs and have these objects in their space in the morning. I find it's an intimate kind of communication because you're taking that coffee mug and incorporating it into your daily life. It's kind of a form of communication, and a partnership in a sense between the maker and the user. My first experience was very, very early on with an old piece of pottery that my father kept in the basement beside the furnace. So I would hang around the furnace because I'd like to see the fire. There was a little window, and I would look in the window and wait for the furnace to come on. And it was nice and warm there, so he had this stoneware crock, and he made wine in it. But this crock had a handle on it, and I would run my hand over the handle, and my thumb would fit in the spot where the potter's thumb was used to push and attach the handle to the side of the pot. And I thought at that time, oh, this is made by somebody. I realized that people make things, and I still have that stoneware crock today. The first time I touched clay, I remember when I found it in the ground for the first time. And that was pretty significant too, seeing this plastic mud in the ground coming from nature. That was in British Columbia, the Gulf Islands, Texada Island. So a lot of my emphasis is on the material. I like to express the material in its own natural way. Have it talk about its origins and its elemental qualities in nature. The wood I use is a natural material made by nature, and it's the whole process of firing is I find much more natural than plugging in an electric kiln and pushing a button or two. Okay, so this is obviously the wood burning kiln. We pile it all the way up to the top. Then we take these bricks, set it in to this opening, and put clay slurry over the face of it. Then we start putting wood in through the firebox here. So the wood goes in here. We put a piece of wood in every 5 to 10 minutes for 3 days solid. It slowly gets up to temperature 1400 degrees Celsius, and then we let it cool for 2 days, then we can unstack it. So in that time we burn almost 4 cords of wood for each firing. And we do this because the wood ashes melt to a glass. They fly through the kiln, they land on the pieces themselves, and then that accumulation of ash, once the temperature gets to a high temperature, it will melt and it'll add a lot of quality to the glaze and the clay. We can put a piece in without a glaze on the outside, and it will come out glazed. It'll also show the evidence of the fire, the way the flames licking over the piece and around the piece. You can see a fine, thin shine on the outside, almost like a patina, and that's from the ashes. This one was buried in the embers. This was right at the front. So when you look in through the front, you can see just the neck sticking out of the pile of embers. And it just deposits this volcanic sort of surface on the piece. Makes it more sculptural. This wheel is originally from England. It's a Bernard Leach treadle wheel. The fact that it's foot powered, it's not electric. I don't have that noise, that artificial noise of the electric motor. It's a nice meditative, rhythmic action.